we went into this match with a lot to lose and a lot to gain, because news came out just this morning that Kane would be willing to sign a new contract, lifting the fan base. And wow, you could hear it in our fans for the full 90 minutes. Constant ruckus. They made themselves heard. There were chants for Antonio to stay, chants for Levy and Enoch out. He's one of our own. The fans were on fire today, and it really helped us push over the line. Now, it was a comfortable win. It was a controlled win. And honestly, I was quite scared going into this game, because Fulham are no joke this season. They've been a solid team. Mitrovic has been on fire. Their defence has looked quite solid. And the energy they have in midfield, Marco Silva's getting a real tune out of them. Fresh off a victory over Chelsea, you know, their main rivals at home. You know, Chelsea I don't think have lost at Craven Cottage for years. So the electricity and buzz around that place. I was watching that game, that atmosphere was electric, but today our fans silenced them. On the pitch, our players silenced them. Mitrovic bullied by Dyer and Davis and Romero. I thought it was going to be the other way around. I thought Mitrovic could confidently dispatch all three. But no. Mitro was the one getting absolutely bullied, pushed around, kicked in the ankles. Mitro was down 3 or 4 times with little niggling injuries. We thought he was going to go off. But he stayed on. And he kept getting dominated. He had, I think, one half chance where he headed over the bar. That's not what you need from your talisman, your informed striker. Now, another game on the road, another clean sheet. I mean, last time we were on the road, 4-0 against Palace. We've done alright on the road. 1-0 isn't a result to laugh at. It's a solid result. It's a professional result. We controlled that game, and I think we saved a lot of energy. We've got a long rest now before Man City. We do have Preston this weekend, but I'm really hoping we can rest some big players, because we have City at home next. Now, we're on 36 points. City at home, traditionally, we do quite well. It's a tough game though. Let's rest some key players against Preston, and let's be ready for City. I don't want to see Kane starting against Preston. He's already matched Greaves' record. He doesn't need to break it against Preston. Let him break it against City. He's already on 199 goals in the Prem. He can't break that against Preston. He's matched Greaves' record. Save it for City. Let him become Tottenham's all-time best goal scorer against City. I don't want to see him playing versus Preston. He needs to rest. He's earned that rest. Man of the match performance today. Kulu, I want to see rested as well. I know it won't happen. Son, I want to see rested too. He needs to rest more than anyone. Assist today though. Old classic Kane and Son combination. I mean, it was barely an assist, but they all count. I want to see big players rested for this Preston match. I want to see the youth players back. I want to see Hill. I want to see Sarr. I want to see Forster in goal. Let's give our big guns a bit of a break. Now, Preston, we should be beating them anyway. Even with our second team, we should be able to rest these big players. But Kane might take it under his own responsibility to make sure that we beat Preston. So he actually might start. As much as I don't want him to start, I want to play Richie up front. I want Richarlison starting up front. Richarlison, Hill, maybe Sess as well, or Perisic. Not sure else we have. Lucas is permanently injured. I don't want to see Kane playing, but he's probably going to play, let's be real. He's probably going to hold himself responsible to drag us to the next round of the FA Cup, I'm sure. We do have rest between Preston and City as well. I think we got 7 days between that. So we don't play City for a good while. So that's nice at least. But I want to take this opportunity for us to rest as many players as possible. Now, in the first half of the Fulham game that we just played, tepid, I'd say. Spurs fans rocking. Fulham home fans quite quiet. No real spark to the game. Nothing really special going on until Emerson finds his Brazilian passport. Cruyff turns on the halfway line as the last man with 2 Fulham players pressing him. Unreal skill. Lays it off to Bentancur. Bentancur feeds it into Sonny. Sonny actually managed to trap the ball and actually run with the ball. Lays it off to Kane. Now, I don't know if you noticed this, but Kane, the whole time when Bentancur receives the ball and then plays it to Sonny, Kane the whole time is looking at Tim Ream. 3 looks. He looks at Tim Ream once to check his position, twice to see the space he can exploit, and the 3rd time just as he receives the ball. So as soon as he takes it, swivels his body across Tim Ream, creates that half an inch. That's all he needs, half an inch outside the box, and he smacks it in. Doesn't even look up at the goal. Knows where the goal is. Obviously, it's Harry Kane. Always knows where the goal is. Smacks it in bottom corner. Becomes Tottenham's joint all-time top scorer as well. And that was really the only real moment of quality in the entire game. Elite players make the difference. A dead rubber match, but that one elite spark brings us home the 3 points. Now, Kane did have another chance to make it 2, and in return join the Premier League 200 goals club and be the outright Tottenham goal scorer of all time. Heads straight at Leno. Does need to be doing better there. Heads it straight at Leno. He's got to score that. That would have been a historic moment. A brace as well. Love it. Want him to sign a new contract. I really do. I don't want to lose him, you know. He's been through thick and thin with us. It's similar to the Son situation 2 years ago, where we were out the Champions League, playing Conference League football, had no manager. We just wasn't looking good at all. We'd sacked Jose, 5 days before Cup final. And in the summer, Son signed a new 5-year contract. That loyalty is unbelievable. And then he goes on to win the Golden Boot the season after. Kane is almost looking to do something in similar circumstances, where, there's massive distrust from the supporters and the board, in the board and in Levy. We're in 5th, Arsenal top of the league. We're out the Carabao Cup. But Kane, he wants to stay and fight. Let him. I don't want to lose him. Get him on a new 5-year contract. Deserves it. He's the one that's going to drag us to a trophy if we're actually ever going to win one. It's unlikely, but the FA Cup might be a good shout for us this season if we're just going to get through Preston. Now, we've had a lot of flashbacks to games like this over the years, but something tells me it's going to be a little bit different. I think this Kane is hungry. This Kane is out to prove people wrong, and I sincerely hope he does. This is his opportunity to finally put a big trophy to his name. Now, the FA Cup, it's not like the Premier League and Champions League, because as soon as he wins a trophy, people are only just going to say, oh, but it's only one FA Cup, or, if we won the Champions League, oh, but he's only won one Champions League. People are always going to find a way to make fun of him, regardless whether he wins trophies or not. I mean, at this rate, he has to be scoring a hat-trick from outside the box every game for people to rate him. He's still criminally underrated. But he's getting there. He just needs that final element to his game, and that's the big pressure situations. He's 29. Can he master it? Can he step up this season and bring us home some silverware in a season where all looked lost? But that Kane news that came out this morning gave us a glimmer of hope. And in turn, the supporters repaid that in the stadium, supporting the boys all the way to a comfortable, controlled 1-0 win. Now, long rest before Preston. I'm confident in the boys. The hope's back. Title charge? No. Top 4 charge? 3 points off. Newcastle and United, we could be coming for you if we beat City. If not, then yeah, we'll take 5th of the FA Cup. That's about all we can hope for.